what can I say? I mean, after an introduction like that, Tim is obviously a supporter of mine. I've been a supporter of his for years. I want to start off by first of all, thanking Ed Stewart and everyone from the Charlie Horse for helping us put this event together. With your help and your support, that's why we're comfortable here tonight. I want to thank everybody else. You know, thanks, Tim. I mean, the introduction you gave me, I can't explain that. I mean, I'm shocked. It's good to know that. I mean, I've got a friend up there up in the DA's office with Tim. I mean, and I will work with Tim. I mean, obviously we're close. I've worked with him on his campaign, and there are issues that. I mean, we had a problem last week up in a plumbing issue, as a matter of fact, up at his office. I was there to help him along with that. As Tim mentioned, over the years, you know, I have made a difference in Montana, West Bridgewater. Tim mentioned I'm the chairman of the Board of Health. I'm a call fireman for the town. That's why, you know, like you, I'm disappointed in the leadership, or I should say lack of leadership, that we have up there on Beacon Hill. Tim mentioned a couple of instances where, you know, he doesn't get any support from the legislative delegation up there. And why is that? I think they're only up there for one reason, and that's their own selfish reasons. I mean, that's what goes on up on Beacon Hill. For those of you that don't know, I am a former state representative. I was up there 20 years ago. We did make a change. We changed with similar situations that we're under today. You know, the government, the previous administration, Governor Dukakis, made some changes up there with programs or increased programs that I didn't think that we believed in. And how did he fund them? He increased our taxes. And what happened back then? The same thing that we're going through now. We had a increase in the unemployment and decrease in jobs throughout the state. You know, Tim mentioned a couple of things that's going on up there right now. The governor in the legislature have bickered for months over how to increase revenues up there. And what did they do? They made it the easiest way to increase taxes. They doubled the alcohol tax. They 25% increase on the sales tax. They cut our local aid. And how is that impacting us? It's impacting us greatly. It's affecting Tim's office, which is affecting how crime is fought on the streets of Brockton, the town of West Bridgewater, and the town of Easton. I mean, I think every other department, we mentioned a couple of firefighters in here, Chief Hunt, Lieutenant Williams from Brockton, Lieutenant May from West Bridgewater. We've seen the cuts firsthand. I mean, I've seen it as a call firefighter in the town of West Bridgewater myself. You know, just to go up there again, the legislature up there in Beacon Hill, you know, they're so far out of it. How are they out of it? Tomorrow, it's funny, tomorrow's evacuation day. Do we know what evacuation day is? It's a Suffolk County holiday. You know, it's just for Suffolk County government workers. It's a special perk that costs us millions of dollars every year. They debate it year after year that they're going to eliminate it, but when push comes to shove, they never cut it. They're afraid to cut it because it's business as usual up there on Beacon Hill. And just one point that I want to make is that, you know, the legislator that's there now, that I will be replacing in November, cast a tie vote to keep it a holiday for the government workers. Is that fair of all of us that go to work every day, we work hard, we pay our taxes to create jobs, create our jobs, to expand growth in our government? But what do? They increase our taxes. Again, Massachusetts, I don't think Tim alluded to it, Massachusetts doesn't have a revenue problem. They have a spending problem. You know, I was up there 18 years ago, and the state government spending was approximately $9.5 billion. Today, it's over $25 billion. Almost triple what it was 18 years ago. Tell me, is there anybody out there that their wages have almost tripled in the past 18 years? State spending has. How do they explain it? They have to create jobs. You know, talking about jobs, name an industry in the state that's created the most jobs in the past 3 years. Take one guess. Take one guess. State government. Everybody else is cutting off, cutting to the bone, delivering basic services, but the state government keeps on hiring. That has to change. That has to change. One of my goals when I get elected is, we're calling it a sunset committee. And what that committee is going to do, we're going to, you know, there's plenty of commissions up there on Beacon Hill, first of all. Commissions that like to spend money. Well, my commission is going to do something different. We're going to look at the ways that government spends money. We're going to have them come to us and tell us, why do we need your commission? Why do we need your program? Explain to us, why do we need it? Explain to me, where is our $26 billion going? Come to me and explain to us why we need your particular program. That's a commission that I'm going to start when I get up there in January. Our state and our communities, we have a bright and prosperous future, but it will take new leadership. As a business owner, as most of you people know out here, I'm a business owner. I have my own small plumbing business. And it takes businesses to create jobs. You know, for every 3 out of 4 jobs that are created in the state, it is created by small business. We need to give them the incentives, the tools to create jobs. And how do we do that? Well, first of all, how about if we lower the taxes? All right? Let's give some incentives to businesses that do go out there, that do create jobs. I mean, that's what we need. That's what this economy needs to get stimulated. We need to get jobs created. And I think, in my opinion, by lowering the taxes, it will increase the base and increase jobs. As a citizen of this great state, like I said earlier, I believe that we deserve leaders who are obligated to the voters, not some PAC, some lobbyists or political insiders, which there are plenty of insiders out there. Backroom deals have undermined our faith in our elected officials, and they do not belong in the State House, or they don't belong in town halls. As your next state representative, you can count on me to make wise choices and cast tough votes. We need good government, a disciplined budget, and a set of priorities that begin with curbing our spending instead of raising our taxes. Now is the time to take our state government to make it work for the people, rather than the people working for it. Over the next 7 months, I'll be working 24/7 to get elected to this job. So I'll get out there and I'll work for you people. Even though a lot of you people don't belong in the 10th Plymouth District, don't live in West Bridgewater, portion of Brockton, or the portion of Easton, I will be your representative up there in Beacon Hill. And with that, I just want to thank you for your support, for being here tonight and endorsing my candidacy for state representative for the 10th Plymouth District. Thank you.
Thanks everybody for voting. There's food left, I believe. Please stay, mingle, have some food.
There's a cake coming.
There's also some signature pages out there that you have an opportunity, if you haven't, sign signature pages for some candidates, such as the Plymouth County DA. Please feel free to sign those papers, or Mary Canott for auditor, or John's papers that are up there, or anybody else's papers that I really appreciate it. Have a good night. Thanks.